Today's the day throughout,
Mm-hmm. Uh, Microsoft earnings.
and the NFL draft.
Your ability to focus is world strength.
It's
Okay. Yeah. My the friend I mentioned sent out his spreadsheet if you want to see it.
no, I mean,
It's exciting stuff. No, you shouldn't, but I mean,
and I don't even know if I can watch the draft.
what do you mean?
I have no idea what it's on, no idea
Oh,
where it is. I don't really care, other
sure.
than who the Bengals draft. So I'm not going to watch it until because a tweet will go out that says who they drafted, and then I can just continue to play Call of Duty.
Nice.
I mean, that's
Okay. Okay.
anyways.
Cool.
Yeah. Meta reported income, and they, I think, crushed it. Would might be potentially a fair way to say it. Their stock tanked, but whatever.
Well, I think it's because their outlook for the coming quarter wasn't as
Yeah.
stellar as everybody wanted. But yeah, I mean,
They're fine.
advertising's lucrative, as it turns out,
Mhm.
and all the complaining that we make about ads all over Windows or wherever else are just so much spitting in the wind because this
Oh,
is
yeah.
the evidence these companies need to say, screw you, we're just doing it.
Microsoft's looking at this and going, just like
Mhm.
salivating, like, where can we put ads that would have good click through rates? I know.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Right in front of people, I guess,
Yeah.
just to interrupt them. You know, what they used to talk about staying in your flow. Was that the phrase?
Well, you can buy while you buy in the flow. Like maybe that's where they're headed.
I,
Reconcile a
we didn't
spreadsheet.
realize the flow was heading toward a sewer. I guess. I don't know. It's depressing. I don't know if you saw that. Like Albacore tweeted. You saw this.
Yeah. They're
It's now we don't know what it means exactly, but like literal ads, like
yeah.
advertising, might be like not. Here's an app we think you might like, but rather here's an ad for deodorant or something. Might literally be coming to the Windows Start menu.
Yeah.
We'll see.
They added a word. So now it says like you can turn off like recommendations and some other verbiage.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember
Yeah,
what it
it's
is.
right.
But they in the new version, there's literally a comma, ads, comma.
Yep.
Like it.
Yeah, this just I this must be in like a just like
I think you had to enable it in the Canary Ring.
yep. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I mean, there's look, I mean, one of the common bits of advice for Windows is like the things you can do to turn off the annoyances. So, like, I have a chapter in the book about all the little things you
Mm-hmm.
can click through in settings, turn off suggestions, turn off this, whatever. So, this is one of those things. This is tied to that feature that is actually rolling out now in preview to stable. That you will have like app recommendations and also sometimes like frequently used apps will just show up, in the start
Yes.
menu now. So you can turn that stuff. Those controls are already there in
Mm-hmm.
Windows. They've been there for a long time. But the issue is that insertion of the word comma ads, like because we can all debate semantics if a suggestion or whatever is an ad. I guess, but to me those are all ads. But they're by specifically mentioning ads, Microsoft
Mm-hmm.
is delineating between what they would call a suggestion
Yes.
and what we would all call an ad. So just an ad. So that's why it's scary.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah.
only someone had written a warning about this, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago,
Nah.
mentioned something
Yeah.
like a slippery slope.
Nope. There's
No,
no slopes. We're just
no, it's more of a cliff.
we're more in a tar pit.
Yeah, you're right. There you go. Yep. It's a cliff that ends in a tar pit. It is that Bill Burr joke, the helicopter joke.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
This is worse. Yeah.
Well, the AI will save us.
Well, you know what? In a sense, AI might save us. In the way it will save us is because we pay for it, which is honestly the out I've been asking for. I'm willing to accept this compromise. Make Windows less crappy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. Like I get that I'm not paying you Microsoft every year or whatever it is to upgrade my version of Windows, but I will pay you every year for a subscription to decrapify this thing. Let's just do that. Can we do it? Let's do it. I'm ready. I'll stack this thing out for years. I'm ready. I think a lot of people are like that's my form of giving up. Like
Yeah.
I'm willing to pay for this.
The question becomes, let's say that they did that. Let's say they said,
Mhm.
Paul, throughout for $1 a month, you can save a child in Africa, or you could remove the ads from Windows.
Wow, that's the Sophie's choice I'm given.
um,
I mean, have I met this kid? I don't know.
Jeez.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
So you can remove the ads. Like, what does that actually mean? Because to the point you just made, Microsoft doesn't look at recommendations as ads or those things that pop up in File
Well,
Explorer or
but
things that pop up in Word.
they are ads, right? And the
I
reason they're
agree
ads
with
is
you, but
because
does
the
Microsoft?
the end game is that Microsoft benefits financially from it, right? That's an ad. It's an ad. So if you pay more for OneDrive storage or Microsoft 365, whatever Microsoft benefits, if you a partner pays Microsoft to advertise in Windows and you click on that app and install it and that advertiser is happy and they keep doing it, Microsoft benefits, they get paid, right? So look, this model is well understood. I before computers, the bulk mailings were about this. Like some tiny percentage of people are actually going to do this thing that they got in the mail. 99% will look at it and be like, yeah, right, and throw it in the trash. But that pays off. It pays for the bulk mailing. Like it's enough. And Spotify just announced their earnings. I don't remember the numbers, but as always, whatever percentages of paid and non-paid, the paid subscribers were some billions of dollars in revenues, and the advertising-based non-paying subscribers or members or whatever
Mm-hmm.
were worth some millions of dollars. Like it's not exponential, but it's a dramatic difference. Um, it would be better for Microsoft financially to offer this. That's the thing that kind of kills me here. It can't be about, listen, you can't look at what they've done to Windows and think they care about impressions.
Yeah.
They've completely undermined the user experience. So you can unravel that and I'll pay for it. I will pay. This is worth more to me than almost anything else I pay for. Like most entertainment subscriptions or,
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it.
I don't think you'll ever get it, to be honest.
But I, logically, it doesn't make sense not to give me this, right? Copilot itself, Copilot Pro or Copilot for Microsoft 365 is a fairly expensive add-on compared to the price of the underlying Microsoft 365 subscription. I mean, I pay $20 a month for Copilot Pro. I would pay $30 a month for it and take away the ads and all the crap. That would. I want to be super clear about this because I don't think it's always obvious like what this means. Like the steps back I would take. Like I am using Google Drive for all my storage now. I wouldn't stop doing that. Why wouldn't I just use the Microsoft stuff? It's always worked great. It's just that it's getting really freaking annoying. You bring people into your ecosystem by choice. You Microsoft are going to benefit greatly from that because that will make me think about doing all the other stuff. Maybe I'll start using Loop now. Maybe I'll, whatever. I mean, whatever the stuff is like, but by completely smacking me in the face every day and and other people too. It's not just me, obviously. Like you're just driving these customers away. Like, why would you? It's actually not beneficial to do this. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing a point. I don't know.
Yeah.
I realize they're trying to build an advertising empire, and I suppose I think the problem with it is it probably feels like free money. Like it's
it probably is because they know that the captive audience is not going anywhere.
Yeah, and I don't think it requires like an expensive investment. But then again, making Windows not suck doesn't require an investment either. You just flip a few switches. Like it's already there. The thing you have is already great. Like you've just added stupid shit on top of it. It's sort of like the argument about the DMA. What do you call it when they adhere to the rules of the DMA or whatever? Just do it everywhere. I mean, it's easier. It would cost you less. I just do it everywhere. The thing is, like, if you offer people the chance to turn things off, most people are never even going to look at it. There are people who'd be so greedily and hungrily will exercise Microsoft Edge from their computers for sure. 3 of them, but the billions that use Windows every day, most people like whatever. They don't think about this stuff. It's not going to hurt them. It's a net win. I don't know. I'm like I said, I could be missing something, but I just don't get the illogical nature of it.
Well, Microsoft would have to build that functionality, which
Well, they already have. That's my point.
They could do it,
You've already.
but then they have to
You can't,
admit that they are doing this, and it's
no, they don't admit to anything. This is easy PR. We are going to do this. It's like when the GDPR came out. Microsoft said, "You know what? We're going to apply these rules everywhere in the world. It's easier and it benefits all our customers." That's the announcement, And then they look like good guys again. PR win, and then honestly, percentage-wise, almost nothing changes because most people will never do any of that stuff. Who sits there and goes through the start menu and uninstalls apps that they're never going to use anyway? What's the difference? Now, people listening to this are probably like, I do, right? But you're like a small percentage of the billion, whatever it is, people using Windows. Most people don't care.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they put that option in there where you can turn it off, whatever.
Yep.
But they already know. Most people will not seek out and find that setting.
Why would you? Who cares? That's my point. I don't know. There's a hole in the logic here that I'm missing, but and I certainly don't understand the underlying financial gains that are potential financial gains of advertising or whatever. But I do know, because you see it. I see it at Thurrott.com in my own little stupid world with premium customers versus non-premium. You see the gap in like revenue. I am a blip on the event horizon. Spotify is very transparent about that. Every quarter you see those numbers. This is simple math. It has to work the same way for Microsoft. It's a billion people. Come on, do the right thing. Just make the option. What happens? How many people do you think pay for it, like ad-free Outlook? How many people? Do you know? No one knows, right?
Yeah.
Probably nobody. But you know what? Those people are happy. Maybe they're not happy to pay for it, but they want that enough that they pay for it. It doesn't hurt Microsoft. In fact, those customers are more valuable to them than the idiots clicking on ads that look like email messages, because Microsoft is using dark patterns now because this is what we've become. Come on.
The real way they can make a ton of money, and I mean just a ton of money overnight. So whatever, put that ad thing in there. Fine, throw that as a bone. For $50 a year, you can use the old mail app. You don't have to use the new Outlook.
Well, okay.
I would pay for that because I hate the new Outlook.
I know people. I'm a little leery of. The problem there is that does incur a cost because there's a support cost to it.
They're never going to do it.
They can't do it. You don't. I don't mean you don't understand, Brad. I said that a lot of people who are like, just leave. Like, people will say, just leave it in the store so I can have it. And it's like, hold on a second. You don't understand. Like, this thing is a vector for malware. Like, they can't just leave it in the store. They have to constantly monitor it for attacks, update it, security updates and whatever. Like, people have, like, human beings who get paid and have benefits and whatever, have to actively be on the scene. And that's why it's not. And the thing I'm talking about, like, me paying Microsoft to not see the crap, doesn't change the security substrate or whatever. It doesn't. It's functionality. It's already in Windows. It doesn't cost them anything. There's no additional. They don't have to hire people. They don't have to make new teams. They don't have to change anything. All they do is have to take my money.
You know what else really annoys me, Paul? As we're on this topic, the kids these days.
Here we go. Oh my God! Your transition into old man is just.
They have no idea.
Beautiful.
That the song "In the Arms of an Angel" by Sarah McLachlan is like late night traumatic music. Remember staying up late and you'd see the sad puppies come on the TV and the Sarah in the background?
Yes. Oh my God, yes, the puppy ads.
I want my childhood back, Paul.